Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new edition of Big Brother 25 live feed spoilers. This is day 17
Mhm.
of the game. Happy Friday to everyone. Coco Vanderwolf is here to administer the message and or get pettings. I think that's probably your top priority, isn't it? Yeah, why are you sniffing my face? Okay.
Oh, she loves you.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a good bit to get into here. We are in the aftermath of the Riley eviction. We are all
Mhm.
in the post Riley era. We also have a new head of household who has found their way into. They're already into the game, but they're in the room now. They got the power.
Yeah, we won't get too much into Riley's eviction. It's not that notable, except of course she learned the truth about Jared and Cerie. So I mean, and right now there's no proof of a battle back, but I mean, I don't know how they get to 100 days with this many people, but we'll see.
Yeah, I tinfoil hat here. Like, I really thought for a big part of this past week that they were going to invent something that was gonna like keep Riley in the game somehow. I don't know, or reset a battle, but no, they have not done that.
I mean, my tinfoil hat is, yeah, Julie's telling people, but then I was kind of like, maybe they are going to have a battle back and the person coming in is going to know. And that's part of the stirring of the pot that, Julie's over there being like,
Well, yeah, let's be honest here, people. Big Brother has never been fair, and this is sort of like the perfect counterattack. I'm just putting Coco down here for everybody who is like, it is not fair that Cerie has her son in the game, and we've all heard that like 2,000 times already.
Mhm.
I will say that, as much as I appreciate, how hard Riley fought and all that, we've gone into this over the past several days. I'm kind of looking forward to an era now where she's not in the game and we can talk about some other people. I feel like she has used up a lot of oxygen in these videos.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we will get more into all sorts of stuff here, but before we do move forward, be sure to join our Patreon. We've got a link in the description below. We're doing live chats over there every Tuesday night. Also, check out our coverage of some other really awesome shows that we're just really excited to be catching up on right now, like the morning show, which has season
Mhm.
3 premiering very, very soon,
Mhm.
as well as The Bear, which seems to be everybody's favorite show on television.
Yep. Also, Hijack. We're also covering Shrinking. American Horror Stories coming back next month, and The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon, The Boys, Gen V. I mean, there's a lot that's coming up at this channel. So hit that subscribe button.
Okay, so evergreen complaints here. I gotta cut. You could take the footage that I'm about to say and put it in any of our other videos, and you know what? It will still work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of unanimous votes.
Mm-hmm.
That is no fun. We all want fun. We all want drama. We want paranoia, people yelling at each other. Also, diary room shout outs. Is there a way to make this stop? I would give almost anything to just have. It feels like half of these live shows now are like, and I want to thank blah 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 this person I never met until I saw them at the airport. It's okay. Okay, you guys are spending way too long thinking about who you want to shout out in the diary room.
Yeah, it's too much. I understand they're on the show and they want to shout out their mom, dad, sister, brother, parrot,
Yeah.
whoever, to just be like, "Hey, you got the shout out on the show." But yeah, it's not that exciting for us to watch.
No, no. Okay, here's the good news. This is what's exciting for us right now. And I put a big caveat here on right now because there's a good chance that production's going to screw this up. But the pressure cooker competition is coming back. Like, cue the rejoicing, cue the confetti. Like, this, for those of you who are newer to the game and are like, what's the pressure cooker?
Mhm.
Okay. Go all the way back decades in the past. Like, this competition is really iconic in like Big Brother 6 the days of Kaser. You've got everybody basically within their own sort of glass house,
Mhm.
if you will. You have to hold on to a button as long as you possibly can. This isn't really a physical comp. It's just like a mental how long can you take it? And like the one of the additions of this comp is one of the longest competitions in Big Brother history is like
Mhm.
14 hours. or something really brutal like that.
Yeah, it was long. I don't know if they're gonna let it go on that long, or there's gonna be some sort of twist to shorten it, or maybe they're gonna dangle prizes. You never know with this.
I think they're gonna find a way to show. I get the feeling the reason why we don't see the pressure cooker more is production does not want to deal with something that is lasting that long, even if we all really, really like it. What if they don't put it on the feed?
Oh no, why you got to put that out into the universe?
I just listen, everybody. We can't. Oh, we just went into a period where we didn't have live feeds for a huge chunk of last weekend.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so the new HoH is Felicia. She was not, wasn't on the show. Looked to be themed around noses or snot or something else kind of gross, but she won. So, who cares, right? It's Felicia's HoH. I could not be more excited. She is who I'm rooting for since the beginning. I can't wait to see how this goes.
The bar is set low for how well she needs to do as HOH. All she's got to do is be better than the last two, and
Right?
she can be okay. So it seems like people are getting slimed overnight at certain dinners. It's like, what is this, Nickelodeon at this point?
Yeah, it's messy.
All right, so people, this is where things start to get a little bit ridiculous. People like Jag and Cameron are mourning Riley as though she died or something, and that they will never see her. This is so dramatic, and so like I don't know if Riley brainwashed you people or Matt is crying alone in the storage room, and here's the one I have a little bit of sympathy for is just that obviously he had a crush on her. It wasn't exactly reciprocated, at least in the way that like she didn't say it back to him before he left or anything, but before she left or anything. But she actually helped him understand a lot, like a lot of the stuff that was going on in the house. Matt, it's harder for somebody who is deaf to have like these big group conversations. Like she was very helpful for him. And so I think without her in the game,
Mhm.
he's struggling a lot with all of this. Now, she left behind a heart made of Q-tips. And this is the thing here. Matt has added a ring and her sunglasses to it. It kind of feels like a shrine. I don't want to get into the game of intent here. I do not know. Maybe Riley was just like, I love you, friends, and not like, I want to marry you or go down that sort of road here.
No, and Matt may be not going down that road either, but he, obviously was interested in her, leaving a heart. I mean, she could be interested in him as well. I mean, it could be for everybody. It's hard to know, but I've said this so many
Yeah.
times, but it's still true. This is a really hard, intense game. You get into this house and you can't, talk to anybody outside. There's nothing else except each other. And people become very attached very quickly. And it's like, for someone like Jag, where Riley was his number one and then she's gone, like, yeah, he is going to feel that because now he's just like, wow, cool. I'm just the person I was the closest to, I shared everything with, that I could
Yeah.
really trust, gone. I'm just kind of like this rudderless boat in the game now. And who do I trust? Everybody else is all matched up. And you make that friendship and it becomes really deep very quickly. And I think, for all of us watching, it's like, oh, it's been 17 days. How well do you
Yeah.
know somebody? You're spending 24 hours a day with just that person. It's kind of like the Bachelor, the Bachelorette. You're on this show and it's like, how do people get so attached so fast? You have no phones, you have nothing else. Production's only talking to you about the Bachelor. You talk to everybody else and it's all about the Bachelor. You just get so attached because that's all your focus is. And I think for people like Jag, it's the same sort of thing. You're in the house, you're with Riley all the time. It's a short amount of time, but it gets really intense.
Really, really intense. Like I said, I feel for Matt in particular. I mean, it does seem like America's gonna kind of take on the role of cluing him in with Riley gone. So I hope that ends up being the case. Like I still really like Matt. I'm rooting for him. I can't imagine how hard it is being in this sort of environment where all these things are constantly happening. You can't always hear all of them. You're kind of reliant on other people to help you. And in Big Brother, people are also kind of inherently selfish. Like they're not really thinking about people other than themselves the
Yep.
vast majority of the time.
Okay, so Felicia,
Yeah.
she did not want to discuss too much in the way of strategy right away, overnight at first, which, makes sense. She doesn't
Yeah.
want to get in and be like, this and that and this and that. She wants to just take a minute, which
Yeah.
is, I think, the right way to go about things. Don't just go right in, kick down the door, guns blazing,
Yeah.
what's good, everybody. Like she's going about it the right way. But she later confirmed that she wants Isom out this week, but it looks like Cameron and Jag are probably going to be like the initial nominees.
I think as long as she can just sort of stay cool, stay committed to this, not let any of it get to her head, like we have seen with two HOHs already.
Yep,
She's gonna be she's gonna be fine. And
she is.
I do really love the idea that I love that Felicia's HOH, like first and foremost. Like how can you not? Oldest
Mm.
person in the house. I think there's always this sort of prejudice and this sort of feeling like, oh, this person's never gonna win anything. And she's just like already proved people wrong. She's already won more now than like the bulk of the rest of the house because like Heisem has been winning almost everything else as of late.
Yeah, it's a good time to win too, to have something on your resume pretty early and then, grab something else a little bit later on. You don't need to win competitions to win this game, but I mean, it doesn't hurt.
So here's the delicate thing with the Heisem plan is that because Heisem has won so much, you want to be very, very careful. To quote a certain Breaking Bad character, you want to tread lightly for as long as possible so he doesn't get paranoid, he doesn't try to do anything. Like
Mhm.
Izzy has already made it very clear she wants to get super close to Heisem over the next couple of days to make him feel really comfortable. I don't know how well this is going to go if Izzy is leading the charge and Izzy wants to make somebody feel really comfortable because Izzy is an agent of chaos, which is great for us and probably bad for her in the game.
She is, but I mean, at the same time, people really like her. So, I mean, comfortable might not be the best word, but I think she can make you feel liked.
Here's where some of this could get a little bit funny. Heisem has already been like he wants to stop winning comps because he's well aware of where he is, how big of a threat he is at this point,
Mhm.
all of this sort of stuff. The dream scenario here is that Heisem throws the veto, makes some sort of big to do in the diary room about how he's thrown the veto, and then he gets put up as a replacement nominee and gets evicted. That would be hilarious. And that is really why we are watching this show at this point, let's be honest.
If nominations stay the same, Cameron could end up being the desired target. It's so early. It's really hard to say. But one thing Felicia does not want is she's not going to nominate another woman because two women have just gone out one after another.
What I think makes Felicia so great is just like she is very no nonsense in a lot of ways. She just
Yes.
says what she means what she says. She can take a very just upfront look at everything. And I think because of sort of who she is and where she stands, there's an inherent trust that comes along with all of that where
Hmm.
everybody just they have a certain measure of respect for her, her being the oldest person on this season and putting herself out there and being a part of this. So I think she's gonna be pretty consistent with
Hmm.
all of this. I would be surprised if she goes too crazy with overgaming and all of this. Like I've already made it clear, I will be happy if Cameron goes. I especially would like Cameron to go if he's on the block versus Jag, who I have been rooting for. I'm not getting off the Jag ship just yet, but I do need him to get off the Riley ship at some point in the near future.
Well, and he's going to. I mean, she's gone. He has to adapt or he's just gonna get kicked out. So, I mean, yeah, Felicia's no nonsense and it does earn her a lot of respect in that way that people think that what she says is what she means. And a lot of times that is how it is. She's
Yeah,
going to say what she means. But she is keeping her alliance secret. She is still able to kind of play that game as well. But to be able to be no nonsense with people, I think it really does build up that trust even more. That's like, if Felicia says this, then this is probably what's happening.
I can't wait for her nomination. I can't wait for anything official that Felicia has to do as HOH. This is just going to be a really fun week, guys. Hopefully it's not as stressful of a week as the past couple, and it will just be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time now to get into the Big Brother. What's a really popular? So I always use As the World Turns, and I don't even think that's been around in a really long time. But it's the Big Brother Days of Our Lives. That's still on the air, right? Let's talk romance in the Big Brother
Romance.
house.
Yeah.
Okay, so Suri has been telling Jared to stay away from Blue after Izzy comments how close they are. Jared clearly wants a showmance, like with Blue. Like let's just make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Blue is just sort of kind of playing along, and she's not like that really into it. But here's the big question. I think we should all wonder if a parent is like, stay away from her to their child. What is that going to do?
They're gonna marry him.
It's really true.
I've seen it happen. It's happened in my family. I've seen it happen, definitely. As soon as a parent is like, stop with that person, they're not right for you. They just want them more, and then here you go.
Yeah, I like that quote from The Office. Like, I'm gonna date him even harder now,
Yeah.
and I think that's probably gonna be what happens here with Jared. And but why can't we just not have a showmance? Isn't that a great idea? Doesn't that seem like a fun thing for all of us out there?
Mm.
I I thought we were gonna be maybe we'll still be spared. I thought, okay, Riley's gone, we'll be fine. We're not gonna deal with any of this, but
You never know. I mean, it's a tough balancing act if Blue's just not really that interested in him, or if she's interested enough that she can have sort of a flirt mance, but not really a showmance, just enough to keep Jared around or on the hook, but not enough that she has to get too involved.
I'm just living for the idea of just like Suri following him around and just sort of telling him,
Being like, stop it.
"Stop it! Yeah, you can't keep this from your mom in a house. If you guys are out in real life, maybe you can pull it off." Then Jared, no.
No, you can't keep it from anybody. You're all locked in the same house together. There's nothing else to do.
All right, well, that's what we got here for day 17 of Big Brother 25. We will be back on Monday. We'll talk about the veto ceremony,
Mhm.
presumably nominations, all of that sort of stuff. I'd be surprised if the nominations change from what we've said so far, but you never know in this game.
You never know.
All right, well, be sure to join our Patreon. We got a link in the description below. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much to all of our patrons, to everyone out there for your support, and we'll see you here next time.